Hey guys, Football Guru back at it with another video. Taking it from my dorm room this time. So I'm just chilling it up here. And basically what happened was that Monday night, a week ago, I called up the Fan, 1057 The Fan in Baltimore. And I told them what I believe. That I believe in Brock Osweiler being a Brown. And my logic was, I said behind it was that they didn't release him yet. So maybe they see something in him that they'll want him to be their starter next year. Maybe he'll fight for a job and stuff like that. And I said my prediction was he's going to stay on the Browns through training camp, through the offseason, and they're not going to release him until he's proven to be released. I got shut down by Ryan Wagner, and then 2 nights later I called up Ken Wyman, and he also shut me down. And I have recordings of them both shutting me down. But then yesterday a report was let out by Hugh Jackson, coach of the Browns, and I'll read that to you afterwards. But in a nutshell, that report basically said Brock Osweiler is their quarterback till he's not, meaning in exactly what I said is that Brock Osweiler is still Brown till he's released or till he makes himself worthy of being released like he did on the Texans. So let's go through this recordings right now. Might be a little bit hard to hear how it's going down, but just so you know I'm not cheating, it says right there 3:29:40 p.m. So now let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to skip through a little bit of it. Okay, so they did not trade for Brock Osweiler because they don't think he's a franchise quarterback. Now that I knew. So I don't think this guy was really understanding what I was saying. I knew that they didn't trade for him for a franchise quarterback, but I said, why would they decide to trade for Brock Osweiler, who's a quarterback? Why didn't they trade for, like, who knows, who's some random person out there that has a huge contract? I knew about the whole pick and stuff like that. So just hear what he says. What happens is that he says, I tell him, I'm like, yeah. So the Browns said they're going to release Brock Osweiler, and they didn't. So I said, I think it's going to go through the offseason as a Brown. And he says, no. You want to know why they traded for Brock Osweiler? Listen, he's going to go on a whole 2-minute rant, so only do a little bit of it so you can understand what he's trying to say.
So Brock Osweiler has that huge, massive money that the Texans gave him last offseason, right? So he's being paid far more than his worth based on his play last season, his first as a real starting quarterback in the NFL, right? Yeah. Browns have the most cap space of any team in the NFL going into this offseason. Because of the way that the NFL operates,
Yada, 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 yada. So basically, what he was saying was, here we go.
Second round pick in the process because that's how desperate the Texans were to relieve themselves from that contract. And so the Browns did 2 things. They gained a second round pick, they gained a massive amount of money toward that cap floor. And they did it. It was the simplest thing in the world for them. You see things like this in the NBA.
Yeah, but NBA.
Deals like this. But that's why the Browns did what they did. I don't think they see anything in Brock Osweiler that the rest of the league hasn't already seen.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You're spewing out of your can, and you're just some little stupid 16-year-old that has no idea what he's talking about. So, in a sense, he was right, whatever. All my friends were, like, roasting me, be like, oh, you got owned on the radio, blah, 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 blah. And he even has one of the texters say something about I didn't know what the cap floor was. So, basically, that's what happened. He said that the only reason why the Browns traded for Brock Osweiler was because they did it for the pick, so they get a pick in it, and they also did it for this whole cap for garbage, not, you know. But either way, so this guy's all like, I know what I'm talking about, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm a boss, you suck, all that. So let's go into another recording. We have Ken Wyman here. Let's see when this is. I don't know what the date is this. Let's see if we got this going. I believe this one is 7 minutes. Here it is. 3:22. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but 3:22. It's there. Trust me. Oh, here we go. Secondary in that deal. Yeah, Brock Osweiler's second in that deal. They do not want him. They have no connection, no relevance. Brock Osweiler is like Mr. Relevant, pick number 250, I think it is, or whatever number that is. I'm not really holding. So that wasn't that bad. That guy's all like, I don't know, maybe they're interested, maybe they're not. But I'm all like, yeah, they are interested. And it's going down. They're going to keep Brock Osweiler. And I wasn't going to be as bold to say that they're starting quarterback. I was just going to say that they're going to keep him going into the offseason. Because since they didn't release him yet, there must be something in their brain that they still have him on their roster. Because you don't have someone that sucks on your roster if you don't want him. Like, if you don't want the guy, then get him off your team. You don't want him to have a bad influence on the rest of your team. You know, if he's really bad, you don't want him making the rest of your team bad. It's like Blake Bortles. You can't have a quarterback develop on the Blake Bortles because this young kid's going to be throwing the ball like a boss, and Blake Bortles is going to be like, yo, you throw like this and throw the most wobbly pass you've ever seen in your life. So you don't want that. So if you have a bad influential person, you don't want him on your team. So Brock Osweiler is there and you hate him, then get rid of him. So that raises the question, why didn't they get rid of him? So I was saying that they're going to keep him. And he's going to go into the offseason, OTAs, as their starting quarterback because he's going to be the best one on the roster. And he's going to compete for a starting job. But 2 radio shows shut me down. So I'm calling in tonight, and we're going to shut them down. You'll see in my next video how I shut them down. But let's just go over this article that we have here from the NFL.com. NFL.com. Must reads. Boom. It's nearly April. And to the surprise of some, Brock Osweiler is still around. Not to me, because I knew he was going to still be around. The former Texans quarterback acquired by Cleveland in a surprising trade on the first day of free agency is in limbo, regarding his role at the 2017 Browns. But Coach Hugh Jackson is preparing for the upcoming draft and season as if Osweiler is staying on his roster. That's essentially exactly what I was saying, that Brock Osweiler is going to stay at the Browns, and I got shut down by a radio show host and all my friends. But so far I'm right. So let's see this. When asked by NFL Network Steve Wish, however the heck you pronounce his name, in an interview that will air in full Monday during Path to the Draft, if Osweiler is going to be a part of the Browns this year, Jackson responded, he is. Obviously, he's a player on our team, and we're going to treat him just like we do to all the quarterbacks until he's not. Basically, and here we go, one more thing. He's a guy that's going to come in and compete. Exactly what I said. We haven't had an opportunity to meet with him from a football standpoint because of the rules. But once we start our offseason program, phase 1, we'll get a chance to know him and he'll get to know us. So that is exactly what I said, okay? I said the Browns are going to keep Brock Osweiler. They see something in him, and you can't just say they're going to release him after acquiring him in a trade, because you don't do that. It doesn't make sense. Well, you heard it first here. You heard it on the radio. You heard it from me. You heard it in my mock draft videos. So this is the football guru, boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, and it's going down. Next video coming up tomorrow, hopefully. Calling in the radio tonight, and I'm going to own them, roast them to pieces. Alright, guys. Football Guru, peace out.